guys, and welcome to Making It with Dee. In today's video, this is part 3 of our pumpkin spice season. In today's video, I'm going to be making some pumpkin donuts. Now, this recipe is not part of my family traditional recipes, but the recipe is to be found on King Arthur's baking website, which I will link below in the description box. So without further ado, grab your aprons, turn on your ovens, and let's get baking. To start off with, we're going to prepare the pumpkin by pureeing it with my blender. Now, if you haven't seen me do this before, feel free to check out my previous video in which I'm also pureeing pumpkin for pumpkin season. Let's go. Now, I think that's just right. The difference between how I pureed this pumpkin today and last week's video is that last week's pumpkin was roasted. This week I just boiled it. Pumpkin's ready to go into the cake batter. Next, let's mix the cake batter. Starting off with the oil. Next, 3 eggs. Next we'll add the sugar. This is about 1.5 cups of sugar. I've got 1.5 cups of pumpkin. Puree. That's about right. And then the pumpkin spice. What's really nice about how they write up this recipe is that they give you alternatives. So if you don't have ready-made pumpkin spice, they explain to you how you can make your own. So I made my own. Oh, and some salt in here as well. And now we go to mix it. So I'm gonna mix this until it's smooth. And that didn't take a lot of mixing at all. Next, I'm going to stir in the flour. And what I've got in this bowl is about 3 and a bit cups of flour. Please check out the recipe on the website. It's perfect. And I'm going to stir the flour into the liquid batter here until it's smooth. I've also got baking powder in here as well. Don't want to overmix. I think I can consider this smooth. Now the batter is ready to go into the donut tin. Now I'm getting ready to pour the batter into the donut tin. And I'm a little bit concerned about how I'm going to get that in without spilling batter all over the place. So I'm just going to try and use the spoon and make sure that I fill it about 2/3 of the way full. According to the recipe, it yields about 15 of these standard donuts. The oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's 176.7 degrees Celsius. And it's meant to bake for 15 to 18 minutes. I'll see you after. Here they are, out of the oven, and it looks like they're cooked. I'm just going to turn it out onto the cooling rack, and while it's still warm, I'll coat it with the cinnamon sugar. I made a donut! My first donut ever. And it's baked, not fried. Next step, I'm gonna pour all the donuts into this bowl and then just sprinkle the sugar over it and flip it around a little bit and hope that it sticks. Now the recipe says to put it in a bag and shake it gently. I don't have a bag, so I'm improvising here. Okay, there we have it. My first donuts, baked, not fried. So, because the first batch, I'm not so sure that the sugar sticks, I'm gonna try and put it immediately into the sugar. So I poured some sugar on a tray here, and it just came out of the oven. So I'm gonna not leave it to cool for 5 minutes. I'm just gonna see if I can get it out like this. I just think the sugar will stick better if it's warmer. Let's see if this is a better solution. Yeah, I still think the recipe is a success, because I don't think we need that much sugar on there in any case. And now it's time for the taste test. I'm pretty ecstatic about this recipe because it's my first time making donuts. What we have here is a baked donut, not fried. It's made with pumpkin and pumpkin spice, and as you know from my previous videos, if you haven't checked them out, I'll link it above for you. When I make anything pumpkin, I don't use pumpkin from a jar or a can, so I actually use real pumpkin, and I either roast it or boil it. For this recipe, I boiled the pumpkin before I pureed it. So let's get to the taste test, shall we? Which one? This one. This will be the sacrificial donut. Look at it. Perfect. It's got some cinnamon sugar over the top. Look at the color. Pretty cool, huh? Here goes. That is delicious. It's like a decadent pancake. If you made pumpkin pancakes, I imagine they taste like this. I think it's the cinnamon that's giving me that pancakey kind of taste, but it's beautiful. You can certainly taste the pumpkin. It's quite sweet, and I might, if I tried it again next time, might use slightly less sugar. The recipe does give you options of how much sugar you can use, and I used the most. But so tender, light, very fluffy, very delicious. You're tasting all the cinnamon spiciness, but mostly it's the sweet pumpkin that you taste in this, which is really quite lovely. Thank you for hanging out here with me on Making It with Dee. Come back next week and I will do the final pumpkin spice recipe for the season. If you haven't yet subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so that you can be notified when I next upload a video. Share the video, share some love, get all your friends to subscribe. I am trying to reach a goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so your subscription will really help my channel along. And with that, See you in my next video. Bye.